What's up, guys? This is episode 6662. And before anything, I would like just to say I'm sorry for my bad English. I recorded a video like 3 months ago, one of the last ones I recorded, and um, my English was so bad, and I ended up forgetting most of my vocabulary, so it hurts to watch. I didn't even post it. I posted on unlisted. And what I would like to say in these about these last 2 months is that I'm still working as a debt collector. It's my second month, and I'm going to the third month. It's not something I want to keep doing because I make like $1,000 a month, and I work 6 hours a day. So one might ask, why don't you work 8 hours a day, a full-time job? I will be making 1,500 a month because I want my time to train and to do my SDR stuff. That's what I think it will have me making money, actual money, and experience. So I entered in this job to learn, and that's what's happening. I'm learning. I learned about power dialers, something I had never seen in my entire life. Negotiation skills, some of them, it's not big of a deal of learning something that I will really use. I will actually use most of it just if I open a debt collection office, which is not a very bad idea, but not something I want to do like for my main activity, but some of a side job, and it's good. Like the guy has 20 employees, and he goes there 4 hours a day just to do stuff that he didn't need to, so the company goes without him. It actually does. That's not what I want to talk about. In the morning, I'm at least supposed to message people, and the niche, like the philosopher, no, the niche, I don't know, the the potential customers we're seeking is Brazilian entrepreneurs in the United States. So I tested a lot of them, but the, the harsh truth is that most of the days it's been like a month or a month and a half that I'm officially doing this. A signed contract with an agency from São Paulo, but I'm not working because I sit here and I can't. It's, the same shitty problem I had. I've always had, actually, because if I could not get distracted for 6 hours every day and do deep work with 10 minutes of a quick break every 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever, I would be already a millionaire. And I say that, I'm sure of that, because through all these 4 years, 3 years, I've had a lot of opportunities, and I had exactly and I've always knew exactly what to do, step by step. It's not a lack of information. I've always knew exactly what to do. Whether if it's an ebook selling, I knew exactly what to do on the Facebook ad campaigns, whatever. I knew it, but I couldn't sit and work um, for more than 1 2 hours. That's the harsh reality. When I was an SDR for SofaWay, a software company that I was selling high ticket for big company owners. To have um, that kind of company. I don't know the name in English, so I won't even risk to say it. Uh, you gotta be a big company owner. It's a big company, most of them. And as a 15 years old, I was talking to those people, every day, but I couldn't work basically. So I stayed 4 months, and I actually didn't work one of like the whole sum of each day of each hour that I worked, because I would get extremely anxious when doing a call, and that's something good about that I got with this job that I have as a debt collection. I don't get any nervous before any call. Like I do that all day, so it's not a big deal, you know. If I get rejected, there's no problem. I go through that every day, all the time. So yeah, it's good. But same thing with me in SDR now. In the morning, uh, I actually haven't made any money out of it. And in the contract, basically what we accorded is $20 each meeting that is made by a lead that I brought, right? So not just a booking, an actual meeting that happened, and a proposal that was, you know, was made. I don't know if it's proposal the name, but prices were showed to the decision maker. $20 and 25% of the first monthly payment. So it's a lot. Most of SDRs get 10% and not any set amount of money per meeting. Okay. And one thing that worsened all of that is really that my mom just got mad, and she's not out of her mind for that, but that's unnecessary. Basically, she made me pay rent, not all of it, the $700, because otherwise I wouldn't have money for anything, but half of it, 375 a month. And I told her no problem, because she gave me two options. It's not like you pay it or you live on the street. No, you live like a homeless. No, you either come back to the farm, you know, to the family farm, or you keep living there but paying rent. She didn't say like this. It's like so calmly. She was angry, and it's one thing that I hate about them is that they get mad at something, or at least or something that I didn't do, or something that I did, but whatever it is, they get mad and they take a decision and they don't come back. And obviously, the decision is extremely precipitated. So, you know, something that is not something like they thought about. No, you know, it's just they got mad and that's the decision they made. It's like punching the walls, you know, but you don't regret it. You punch the wall and you're so proud that, well, yeah, the wall deserved it, something like that, you know. So I had to pay rent, and I bought a mentorship about all these SDR, and I bought that because um, the proposal, the you know, what they promise is 5 to 10 daily meetings without cold calls, without anything, without any tool besides WhatsApp. So they give a course and the personal number of, you know, the mentor, and it's basically it's for agency owners, but as an SDR, she teaches how to you know, recruit and hire other SDRs, and who exactly to seek for. I actually regretted paying $2,000. It was 500, 500, and 1K, like September, October, November. Because it's like a lot of obvious stuff, very obvious. A lot of things that if I sat and thought, I could, but there's no guarantee. So I bought it, and I gotta make money, because I'm talking about all of this to say that I don't have money to pay for everything, because $300 of my phone, and actually on the last 3 to 4 years I spent $6,000 on cell phones because first 2000 for an iPhone X, I guess, that was used. So a lower price, but the guy who sold me this iPhone told me that it wasn't very used, so it was almost like a new one. So it would be worth it. So I bought it. It lasted for like 8 months. Then once again, another one, but on Paraguay. Okay, so my parents went there and they bought me an iPhone 11, but they fucked me. They fucked me because I don't have a lot of money, so I spent $2,000 at once in a phone. I paid to them, and what did they fucking buy? They bought a fucking iPhone that doesn't fucking work. Basically, why that? Because they bought from a supplier that bought like the iPhone, took off all the pieces of it and put China made other pieces that are not original. So it lasts for like 6 months. Plus, I had to pay 400 bucks for a new battery because it didn't work after 2 months. So they fucked me, you know. So and there's this other one that I spent 2,000 bucks, so 6,000 bucks on phones because I've I've always wanted to pay less. If I had paid 4,000 on an original iPhone in 2021, I would be using it right now, and I could have, I don't know, mm, money to buy another PC because these ones already screwed. You know, I mean it works, but it's old. It's old. It's 3 years old, and I use it every day, all the time. Okay, so yeah, it's lasting a lot. So I have a lot of bills to pay, and I make 900 to 1,000 a month. And I said all that to say that this last week of September, I either um I'll either do nothing all every morning as I've been doing for over a month now and make no money, and that's it. And I'll just like drown debt because that's what's gonna happen because it's 500 for the mentorship, 300 for the phone. I gotta I gotta buy things to eat. I can't live out of air, unfortunately, and almost 400 bucks um, for rent. And there's my Latin class. I will give up on this, and uh, yeah, 150. So a lot of expenses. Yeah, and like what usually is my the money I spent monthly on food is 300 bucks. So I can put 300 bucks in it, and it's way more than my salary. So I'll either um, work the whole morning this week or drown on that. That's it. So, okay, this subject is closed. But I just wanted to add that uh, I'm hiring SDRs. So it's almost like a pyramid. I make 2,500. I make 25% of each first monthly payment, and I'll pay them 10 to train them and organize them. I didn't tell um, the agency owner, but I'm afraid they'll just not let me do it, and I'll have to send everybody to hell. I already have. I posted it on LinkedIn and on my Instagram, my professional one, and I already have 10 people that filled up the form. So I contacted a few of them, and tomorrow or on Tuesday, I will do a meeting in the morning, and we'll start. Okay, we'll start, or tomorrow night, whatever. And we'll start. I actually just need one. one person sending 100 WhatsApp messages every day. And with 100 messages, I mean 100 different company numbers. Okay, I'll just have some water. Hold on. I would just like to say that I have a company. So yeah, um, business owner. I had to open it because um, I had to do it for the contract with the agency. Okay, and also some other quick updates. Last week I went on a championship or championship. I'm not actually sure how it's said. I didn't win any medal because it was extremely high level. I went there with no expectations, so no, not a big of a deal. But I didn't have to spend no money. I didn't have to spend any money on it because the state paid for our food. I know I won or win whatever, all of that food and a place to to stay those days. So we and actually transportation. We win that all the time, like each time. Um, so on Friday, I warned my boss that I'll have to go it. No, there's it's I would have to go, and I had this appointment before I even entered here, and I don't know if this was actually true, but I just told him that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we arrived here. So like we got here Sunday night. Um, so I want to dive into another another subject, which is okay. Now it's serious. I broke up. I told you in the last video, and in these last 2 months, uh, I've already knew that seeking pleasure just makes you feel unhappier. It's not a big of a deal. Everybody knows that, but it's not about knowing. It's about really having this in your heart. That's maturity. And I guess I didn't have it, and I don't yet because do you guys remember the? Do you guys? What the fuck am I saying? Nobody watches this, but I mentioned in one of my last videos that I was dating. I had an affair with a girl, and I actually liked another one. And I actually now have an affair with this girl I've liked for almost 2 years now since I started serving not like a waiter, serving like playing on the youth group. And yeah, we're having an affair, but you know, I'm living a lie. And in these last 2 months, uh, what's going on is that I'm living seeking pleasure. So I'm eating I'm eating out or ordering food as much as possible, and that's one of other reasons why I don't have so much money and I'm broke and I have to make money like this week or I'll drown on that, as I mentioned. So eating whatever I want every day, having sex almost every day or 3 4 times a week, pornography, um, whatever laziness, hours a day scrolling on Instagram, and I've never been as unhappy. So it's weird because everybody knows that. You get happier as you do hard things. But as I said, is it really in your heart? Do you really know that? And that's the thing. I've never been so unhappy. And I've never had so much pleasure. I've never had so much sex. I've never ate so much good, extremely pleasurable food, and I feel like I'm living a lie because I serve in the mess. playing playing and singing, I appear to people as someone who's Catholic, but actually I live the opposite. You know, actually, I don't pray because what's the point of praying if in the same day I will access some porn site, porn websites, or have sex with a girl that I don't even want to date. Like it's casual. It's the worst, the worst possible things. And if I told that to my 2021 past self or my 2020, he wouldn't believe that. He wouldn't believe that. He wouldn't believe how I could lose virginity like this, like I did in the back of the public gymnasium at night of like at 1 a.m. with a fat ass girl that what the fuck really, and keep doing that, and spend waste 1 year on a shitty, extremely fucking shitty relationship with a girl that just made me drown. Yeah, it just made me the worst possible version of myself because she's bad. Like she's very bad as a human being because she doesn't go out of her comfort zone. Okay, so she talks like this, and someone comes and she doesn't say anything, and she talks like this. She always shy and whatever. What the fuck, man? Ugly. Uh, the total opposite of charismatic, attractive person, like talking. Dumb and doesn't see this is a bad thing. Okay, I'm kind of exaggerating, but that's to show how I spent 1 year on that and living on sin. Okay, living in sin. This whole 2024 year was um, something that I will certainly pay, and pay a very high price for my sins, for my sexual sins, and that's it. And actually, like every day, because in the office we pray at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's funny. It's good. Like we pray. The company is Catholic. The owner is Catholic, and although most people are not actually Catholic, just they just say they're Catholic, but they don't go to mass. They don't live it, just like me. But I guess the little difference is that they don't think they should change it. Okay, and my thing is just I'm weak as fuck, and yeah. But I think that's another subject that's closed. I've never been so unhappy, and I've never had so much pleasure. So the end of the story is just that you really have to put in your heart that you gotta do that every day must suck. So every day you must do something that sucks. And Mike Tyson says something, and the way he says is just he says it spontaneously because he lives by that. Do something you hate, but do it like you love it. So I don't think he would love to every day wake up at 4 a.m. and go run with sore legs, sore arms, sore head, sore everything, and just run. And after that, get punched in the face all day and live by a diet and not be able to have no any pleasure. And, but that's how you become someone. And I'm 18 years old. I'm broke. Uh, I've wasted most of opportunities that I had in my life. I live every day knowing that I could already be a millionaire, or like to be a millionaire for me is not something like it was when I was 14, 15, 16 years old. So I want to be a millionaire. I just want to have money enough to not um, have to rely on someone, especially my parents. Okay, to be able to pay rent as everybody does, and buy my own food, and hire someone to clean all this for me if I don't want to clean it, and that's it. Have money enough for that. have money enough to, have 10 kids and have no difficulty to feed all them and pay for babysitters to all them, and to people to help my house, my thread wife, to help her clean the house every day. So I want to provide for my family, no matter how many people there are, and no matter how much does it cost, how much it costs, how much it will cost. That's what I want. I want to be a millionaire and have a golden boat and Lamborghini, Ferrari, Rolls Royce, Rolex. No, I don't want to. I don't want any of that. I just want to comfortably get out of my comfort zone every day. And this means that I have money to pay for everything to make me as much comfortable as possible doing uncomfortable things. And if that's not clear, uh, the ideal life is like I live in a good house with all my family. And my family is like my future family, not the family I have right now. Actually, like I can't live with my parents, and I'm not talking about that. I'm not gonna complain about my parents. That sucks. But I can wake up at 4 a.m. after after having 7 8 hours of extremely 100% good sleep, no matter how much that costs. That's something. Completely rested, go for a run in my as good as possible equipment, shoes, whatever. Um, Come back, uh, riding my bike, train for a triathlon, uh, triathlon, Ironman, whatever, or karate tournament, whatever. Train to be an athlete, pray, have my own chapel at my farm on Poland, something like that. Not be rich and luxury stuff. I think that sucks. I think that's very bad, for people, because you become proud as fuck. I don't think that's something that should exist, actually. So, yeah, basically that's it. I guess I didn't actually update. So this day this happened, this other day this happened, and things kept happening. But I think I was able to give kind of a little bit of updating, and I want to do that at least like weekly. And one last thing is, damn man, to be honest, man, we're 100, dude, we're 101 days to January 1st, 2025. 2020 fucking 5. The thing is, I didn't even process 2023 nor 2024. That's the thing. I didn't process that I spent 1 whole year being a teacher and making $700 a month. $700 a month. Some people that are dumber than me, that always had less money, that has a less, even a worse PC, make that in a day or in a week in profit after taxes. 1 year, then 2 months doing nothing. As the same thing, like the cycle that I did in 2022 after I got fired from my home office job as an SDR that I mentioned previously. Um, but instead of like 6 months that I did there, just two, then work other 2 months as a fucking pizza cutter. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is pizza cutter? Damn, man. Damn. Pizza cutting? It's a side job for someone who's dumb. For someone who doesn't speak English, who doesn't have all the opportunities in the world to be as rich as possible, to be as good as possible, to be the biggest proud to their parents. That's in the bottom of my heart. That's the only thing I want to be, to not be a preoccupation to my parents. And if you would ask why is that, I think that's just about my creation. I would see my mama lying to people about me. Like he always, his grades are the best, like the best possible, 100 on every subject at school, and he just talks quite a lot. But I wasn't that. You know, I want my mom to brag about me to other people and not having to lie about that. And also, in the bottom of my heart, more than that, I just want anyone being able to um, complain to me, to talk shit to me. I don't want to hear shit, and it comes mostly from my parents. Okay, so that's I almost killed myself, and I'm not joking. More than once because of that, because of their talking shit, treat me like shit. So yeah, like this doesn't happen anymore. I live alone, but I'm sure that if I lived there, it would still happen, right? And before I moved here, I would wake up at 6, get the bus at 6:30, get home from school at 12:30, go to the city at 1 p.m., 1 o'clock, and just get back at midnight every day. And on weekends, I would still work at night and spend the whole day in my room, which was in a house separated to theirs. It's like this: their house and mine, which is just a room and the pool. So it's just like this. It's not like a different house, but it's one next to the other. But yeah, my relationship, I love them, but it doesn't work out to them. And these days, I just went through the definition of gaslighting, and I just I just ended up ending, and I just ended up hitting my whole childhood and every discussion me and my parents had, because gaslighting is like this. I tell you, um, you see me cheating, you see me on the bed with another girl, with my girlfriend, for example, and I just deny that and say you're crazy as fuck. So denying reality and doing everything that's possible for you to convince yourself. I try to make you convince yourself that you're crazy, that actually didn't happen, and that's it. They would distort reality as fuck. But my mom and my dad agreeing on something that I'm 100% sure that didn't happen, I would just labeled as crazy, 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 crazy. I'm gonna put you in a mental hospital. I'm gonna put you in a mental hospital. You crazy as fuck. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Gaslighting as fuck. And I'm not here to judge if they did that on purpose or not. But this is what happened. Like I was 100% sure, and this like 1,000 times. Okay, was 100% sure that that happened, and whatever it is, they would just deny that. They would just gaslight me, right? But yeah, at the bottom of my heart, I just want to not hear shit and have um and to be like good with myself and to have the tranquility. I don't know if the word exists, but to be relaxed, knowing that no one will ever be able to talk shit to me. Okay, just God, because He's perfect, and I will never actually 100% um, be good for Him. Okay, even if I become a saint in life, I will not, because it will not be perfect. Okay, but yeah, I talked a lot. 35 minutes. It's a lot. And so this, I'll end the video like this. Okay, I'm getting tired, and I'm getting my mouth dry, and I'm losing myself in my own words, stuttering as fuck. I think was able to update you guys. So there's um 7 seconds until I end up this video. Thank you so much for your attention. And that's it. See you in a while.